Oh.
Roasting hot.
Oh.
That's magic.
Well, what's that? 17 minutes ago, was it? We're in the house minding our own business, lining our ribs. Then boof, we're here on the high street searching for the beefy bake.
That is the power of advertising, Jack boy. We are the mere puppets of your marketing bigwigs.
Aye, but it seems to only be with food. Because if it was two carpet sweepers, we wouldn't be standing here now with a couple of carpet sweepers, would we?
No. It's a strategy, you see. See the beefy bake? That's aimed at the likes of you and us, you know, pensioners. See your marketing boys, they know what we're all about. We're lazy, greedy bastards.
Because you know at 3 o'clock, you're a bar hair away from opening a packet of tea cakes to tide you out of supper time, and you go like that, bang, stick the advert right in there at the exact time.
That there is bait.
And we've took it like a couple of wankers.
Aye, we're a couple of wankers. Oh,
Hello, Winston.
oh, hello. Where are you off to in such a hurry?
I'm going in here to get 2 beefy bakes.
Let me guess. 17 minutes ago, you're in the house, and then, oh, I could go a beefy bake.
Aye.
He's seen the advert.
Right.
Aye. Did I?
Now you're doing here like a zombie. Beefy bake. It's Ellie's made you do that, boy.
I hate that. It's like hypnotism. I will get it up. The man no having one.
Whoa, what are you talking about? Get in there and see it through like you're supposed to.
No way. Lying in their pockets. I decide when I'm going to eat.
Okie dokie then.
What are you hanging about for?
Are you wanting a...
Whoa. It's only £3.
I'll get mine, Tam.
Right off.
So how long is it you two have been together now?
That's 2 years now.
2 years? Aye, that's lovely.
Aye, it's lovely. He's great. He's smashing. I'm at my wit's end, Isaac. There is absolutely no romance in this relationship.
Well, I'm no an agony aunt Hen, but you've got to put that into it, haven't you? I mean, there's things you can do. Maybe get your hair done or a wee bit of makeup. Maybe a wee pair of sexy undies.
Oh, Tam wouldn't be interested in undies. No, unless they were made out of fivers.
Oh, he's tight, eh?
It's a turn-off. I mean, he'll not even have the heating on. Undies, by Christ. I was in my bed last night with a cardigan on and gloves.
Oh, no. A long time. I've never known him any different. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, eh?
What you two conspiring about?
Nothing.
Here, sweetheart, put that in your bag for later.
Afternoon, gents.
Afternoon.
Pete?
How you doing?
Jesus, hardly recognised you there. What are you doing?
Half a drink. That's 3 weeks now.
Good for you. You're looking well on it.
It's a moment of clarity. Happens now and again. I thought, I need a job. Stimulation. I've not got any money, but I've got a bucket and a sponge. Windscreens.
Good.
Aye, but here's my angle. See them junky bastards in the town that tear the windscreens? Dirty sponges, manky water, no me. Clean sponge, clean water, bit of lemon juice in there for that extra bit of sparkle. People appreciate that. Thanks, mate.
Did he just give you a fiver there?
Right.
You take them day on?
You joking? Afternoon. You! Get back! Oh, my God! You bastard! You bastard! You fat, specky bastard! Whiskey, Bobby.
No, come on, Pete. Willpower, son.
Come on.
Orange juice.
There you go. We'll take 3 whiskies, Bobby.
Aye, 3 half lager, Bobby. Large whiskies.
Oh, large whiskies.
Oh, aye, big gains.
They're not better, eh?
Bloody Henderson.
Eh? Oh, aye, the guy in the car, aye. He just about pulled his bloody head off.
Aye, poor bastard. You gave him a terrible fright, Pete.
Poor bastard. He's in but poor.
How? Who is he?
Henderson. Henderson's the baker.
We were just in Henderson's, aye, we were getting one of these.
Beefy bake.
Aye, beefy big.
Nice, was it?
Oh, it was the bollocks.
Oh, aye, it would be. Bobby.
Aye, Pete.
Orange juice. 1979. I'm working in Henderson's the bakers. Pies, sausage rolls, that sort of thing. So one day, I thought I'd try something new. I asked about with a nice bit of shoulder steak, spices, black pepper. I takes my creation up to Henderson. He tastes it. Just about blows off in his pocket. Petey says, that there is genius. The meat, the crust, the gravy is perfect. What are you calling it? Beefy bake. What are you doing?
Hey. Oh, aye, you invented the beefy bake.
Aye, I did, aye.
What a crap.
Aye, 1979. That was the year I invented the space hopper.
I took the world by storm with my Rubik's Cube.
Do you not believe me?
No, we don't, no. Here, there's your bucket. Well, a bloody beefy bake.
Aye, it's a beefy bake. It's a beefy bake, no mistake.
Tell you.
That's fantastic, that.
Here, wait a minute. What's fantastic about it? Eh? That fat bastard in that posh motor, he's built an empire in the back of the beefy bake. I mean, that's the cornerstone. That's the lifeblood. That's the bloody crown jewel of the bakery. Look at this poor dick. One pair of underpants, lives under a bridge.
This Henderson has to be taken to task.
Aye, too right. Pete, where is this factory?
Cranston Estate.
Right. Victor, Yellow Pages, get this Henderson on the phone and demand that we've a meeting down there tomorrow. Pete, pen and paper, get that recipe wrote down. Winston, bus timetable, it's in that cabinet next to the door. Find out what bus goes past that Cranston Estate.
Right. Here, what are you doing?
Huh? I'm going to finish this.
Organiser.
Aye.
Hey, Naveed, cash and carry date.
Aye, the van is on the back. Bring it on the front.
All right.
Here, Naveed, will you do me a favour?
What is it?
Will you have a word with Tam for me?
What about?
A bit romance and that.
That's a bit desperate. Dam's married. Find your own man.
No me. I was talking to Francis. His stinginess is strangling the relationship. Oh, the romance is out it. You need to talk to him about changing his ways.
You want me to talk to Tam, the most miserable bastard in the world, about changing his ways? Why don't you give me something simpler to do, woman? Like stealing the Kohinoor diamond or climbing K2 with Mina strapped to my back. Jesus!
You worked here long, Hen?
About 3 years.
Right, tell me this. Of all of Mr. Henderson's wonderfully tasty products, which one's your favourite?
That's easy. The beefy bake. Everybody in here loves it. In fact, see when you're stoning in the queue for the canteen, that's all you hear. Beefy bake, beefy bake, beefy bake. You're stoning there sweating in case by the time you get to the counter, there's none left. That happens all the time. And then somebody's got to go away into the factory to get another tray. You're stoning there doing it. Hurry up! Where's my beefy bake? I can't take it. Aye, they're that good. So, the answer to your question, my favourite is the beefy bake. Can I get you into drink?
Oh, that's whiskey.
Easy, come on now.
Hello. Right. Mr. Henderson will see yous now.
Winston, you not coming?
Nah, I'm just going to sit here. Gentlemen, hello. That was an awful carry-on yesterday. Got a terrible fright. Of course, I recognised you, Pete, but it's an absolute bolt from the blue. When I got home, my wife, she wanted me to phone the police, but then you phoned, and I thought, no, I'm going to hear them out.
Well, that's very kind of you. And Pete is very sorry about that, aren't he, Pete?
Sit down. How can I help you? What's all this about?
Well, Pete here used to work for you, right?
That's right, aye.
Well, he was telling us that while he was here, he invented the beefy bake.
Right. Uh-huh.
So we were thinking...
Well, what we were thinking was...
Sorry. I'll not be a minute. Sorry, excuse me. Hello?
What's going on here, Jack?
I don't know, he seems a hell of a nice fella, didn't he?
He does, aye.
Oh, that'll be perfect.
Pete, you better be kidding, you bastard.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, sorry about that. You were thinking?
Well, aye, we were thinking that Pete is due some form of compensation for inventing the beefy bake.
Oh, I see. Compensation. Compensation. How about this for compensation, eh? Would that no do you, Pete? A wee dram. You always liked a dram, didn't you?
Wait a minute here.
Go on. You know you want it. Take it.
You're out of line.
Compensation! Do not make me laugh. This man is a shambling sot. He always was. I gave this man a job. He drank it away. Now you come here and have to compensate you.
You are a despicable old bastard, and I'm going to stick one on your chin.
Wait a minute, Victor, that's enough. Let me do it.
You've not heard the last of this.
I believe I have.
Assholes! Where's Winston?
Check this one. Adequate. Mark that down. Now, I'll check this one and this one later on. Now, where's the sausage rolls?
Can we talk mano a mano?
It's mano a mano.
Man to man.
What did you know just say man to man for?
Look, it doesn't matter.
No. What is it?
Well, I have been thinking about the institution of marriage. Here's what I think. Marriage is like a garden. Nice lawn, plants, roses. If you do not water your lawn, tend to it, then one day, when the sun is shining, you will go to lie on your lawn and it will be rubbish. The grass will be all brown and there will be baldy patches everywhere. Shit. It will be shit.
I thought we were going to the cash and carry. We're going to the garden centre.
Say you have a car. Bought, no rented. A good car that you own and love. Well, you have to put petrol in it. Otherwise, it won't go anywhere. So, you have to pull in. Take out your nozzle. Stick it in. Spend a few quid, huh? Fill it up.
David, what is it the hell you're talking about?
Francis is no giving you a hold because you're a tight ass and it's making her sick.
Jesus!
Francis told Isa and Isa blabbed to me.
Oh, well, that's just marvellous, isn't it? Everybody's talking about my sex life.
No, you don't have a sex life worth talking about.
Still in the orange juice, Pete?
Aye, that's a month now.
Oh, my God, fair play to you. Next one's on me.
Pete!
Merry man.
Have you heard any yet?
You are going to get your day in court, boy. Now, listen to this. This letter is to confirm that the date of the hearing in the case of McCormick versus Henderson has been set for the 15th October, 12 noon.
Jesus, October. This is January.
No, that's a good thing, Pete. That gives us time to prepare, you know. Build our case.
Do you need a lawyer?
What for? We've got the two of us.
What do you two know about the law?
Hey, what do you think we do all day, eh? His house, Skye, Perry Mason, biff! It's a scoosh.
Objection, Your Honour. Eh? Lawyers, that's money you don't need to spend, mate.
Aye, lawyers charge by the hour, Pete, you know. See, for a big courty thing like this, a lawyer would set you back a fortune.
Fine by me.
We rest our case.
Evening, boys. Whiskey and a sherry, please, Bobby.
Francis,
Isa,
what's going on?
it's great. He come in and he says, you've been working hard all week, darling. Get yourself dolled up. We'll go out, we'll get a drink and something to eat.
Oh, good for you.
Thanks, love.
Here, Tam, let's say Pete got his court date. Oh, when? October. October? That's good news, Pete. You stick it to that miserable bastard Henderson. Are we ready to eat, sweetheart?
Aye.
That's us.
Very often.
Over there to sit. 2 pies and beans, please, Bobby.
Rice and beans.
Oh, sorry, sweetheart. Would you prefer peas with your pie?
Go after her, you asshole.
Francis! Francis!
What's the matter, sweetheart?
What's the matter? You just don't get it, do you?
What?
You said a quick drink and then a bite to eat.
Aye?
And the clansman's your idea of a nice meal.
It's convivial.
I'll tell you what it is. It's the last straw.
Oh, no, don't say that, sweetheart.
You are unbelievable. Do you know that? You're like Scrooge. I mean, I even let you talk me into putting my teeth in with yours to saving the steriden. Well, I've had enough, Tam.
Can I try again? I can change. If you give me the chance, I can change. Starting tonight. Look, bottle of bubbly. $24.99. Oh, and a Chinese meal. No shite. Mornings for the high street. The good gear. Eh? You even got you the ribs you like. And although I don't take the ribs, even if you eat a couple and you leave the rest, to hell with it. We'll fire them in the bin. As long as you're happy.
Do we have to have the leftover prawn crackers for breakfast?
No, if you don't want to.
Separate tumblers for the teeth?
Aye. Let's go crazy.
Bedroom, now.
This is a full boon of this, isn't it?
Aye. My arse is making buttons here, Jack.
All stand.
Don't think you've got to do that, Jack.
Jack.
Case number 804, McCormack against Henderson.
Who represents the defender?
Martin Bradshaw, my lord, of Bradshaw, Tennant, Osterman, Hendley and Kellerman.
The pursuer?
Oh, that's us.
Eh? Oh. Jack Jarvis and Victor McDade, your worship, of Jarvis, McDade, Osprey, Heights and Craiglang.
Morning, everyone.
Oh, objection! It's 2 minutes past 12.
Good afternoon. Would the two parties like to present their case?
Mr. Henderson, you wear glasses.
I do, yes.
May I see them? Let the record show Mr. Henderson has handed me his spectacles. Now, could you look towards my learned colleague and tell the court what you see in his hand?
From here, no, I can't. I'm sorry. Something brown.
Can you put your glasses back on?
Certainly.
Now, tell the court what you see.
It's a beefy bake.
This something brown was indeed something. A beefy bake.
So it would be fair to say that you've led a privileged life.
Yes. Yes, I would agree with that.
Well, he hasn't. His arse is hanging out his trousers. Your arse is lined with diamonds. I put it to you, sir, that you are a thieving arsehole.
Objection, my lord.
Sustained.
So, you've abstained from drinking for 9 months now?
Yes.
So when you were drinking, how much alcohol would you go through in an average day?
Objection.
Yes?
Our client would have no way of knowing the answer to that due to the fact he's a raging alky and his brain is like scrambled egg.
I would have to concur with my associate. Mr. Bradshaw refers to how much alcohol, but technically this is an incorrect line of questioning because it also could have been methylated spirits, hair lacquer, or indeed, on one occasion, turps, my lad.
So the beefy bake, we are agreed, was invented on the morning of September 15th, 1979.
Correct.
And at this time was Mr. McCormack in your employ?
He was.
So for the avoidance of doubt, Mr. McCormack was being paid by you, or in layman's terms, clocked in, when he invented the beefy bake.
Exactly.
Objection.
Hold on a second. Mr. Bradshaw, where are you going with this?
I'm simply showing that the beefy bake was invented on Mr. Henderson's time.
Carry on.
Objection.
What is it now? Please bear in mind this objection had better be a good one because all your other objections have been frankly preposterous. Your last one was because someone in the gallery was eating and it was putting you off because you hadn't had your lunch yet.
It is being said that Pete here, well, Mr. McCormick was clocked in, but he wasn't. Because September 15th, 1979 was a Sunday.
Yes, and?
Since that factory opened...
Remember, you're still under oath.
Yes, Your Honour. Since that factory opened, there's been no production on a Sunday. The ovens were switched off, because that's when we did the cleaning. So I made the beefy bake in my house, in my oven, and I brought it in for him to taste it.
Is this true? Are the ovens always off on a Sunday?
Yes, my lord.
The counsel approach the bench.
This is like the telly, isn't it? Approach the bench.
Jack.
I must say, Mr. Bradshaw, I'm rather surprised at the way you've conducted your case today. You're maintaining this man invented this tasty bake on your time.
Beefy.
Tasty beefy.
Beefy bake, my lord.
Whatever. But this thing was in fact invented at Mr. McCormack's home. Your client cannot own a man 24 hours a day. I'm going to call a recess to establish whether or not the date in question was a Sunday. If it was, believe me, it will be pivotal and not in your client's favour.
So, if it was a Sunday, that's a kick in the balls for them, isn't it?
Just go to lunch.
Looking good, isn't it?
Ah, it's looking good. What's the judge going to say?
Well, it's going to be a settlement, isn't it? 10 grand, 100 grand. I really don't know. You've seen the setup in there. It's going to be serious.
Jack, Victor, that was Tam on the phone. Wee boy, £8 6 ounces.
OK. How does it feel at 64 to be the oldest mother in Britain?
It's marvellous.
And what age are you, sir?
70.
Incredible. You looking forward to sleepless nights?
Oh, I can't wait.
At today's cost of living, they say in a baby's first year a family can spend £3,000.
Can't put a price in happiness. Oh, Jesus, look at the time. Better get our skates on.
Right, where's Pete?
Oh. It's a beautiful day. And a new baby in Craiglang. I'm going for piss. Henderson, your ass is collapsing.
Yeah.
Sure is.
All stand.
Oh, there you are. You can take your stupid wig off and go and have a lie down. The party's over.
If I could interrupt for a minute, my lord. During the recess, my client and Mr. McCormack managed to come to an amicable arrangement and are pleased to announce we no longer need to trouble the court with this matter.
Oh. Are you happy enough with this settlement, Mr. McCormack?
Happy as a gypsy's dog with two cocks. Wait till you see what I'm getting. Right. Breakfast.
Oh, it's marvellous, isn't it? Right. Oh, hey, look at him grabbing my finger there.
Tight-fisted as his dad.
Hey, you.
Right, we'll get away. Let you get on with it, you know. Get some peace.
Oh, here now, boys. Come on, a wee bit of luck, eh?
Yeah.
My darling. There you are.
Yeah. I think this is going to work out just fine.